Good morning, good morning. Well, at least as of recording this. It is your head creative of Faithfully Yours Mozart, otherwise known as Coffee&Comics Productions. And today we have a little housekeeping update, a little bit of a what is going on and what is happening. So I'm going to call these episodes Spill the Tea updates on Faithfully Yours Mozart. So, first of all, blessings, beautiful gifts happened. We have made it into the top 100 podcast lists of this month, week. How? I don't even know. But so much gratitude. You can see the banners on the website that at least for the month of October, Faithfully Yours Mozart is in the top 2. Not top 1. That's okay. That's not necessary. Top 2, however, was an unexpected gift. This project has been in development for 4 years now. At this point, it would be 4. It's 4 years this October since the pilot came out. 4 years. 3 or 4 years, something like that. It's really been in development for a long time. And there's a small following, at least on the Spotify, which I am so grateful, so grateful for the handful of people who have listened to this. So, a little bit of what's kind of going on. So, I promise you, the podcast is not dead in the water. We recorded up to episode 13, but there was a little bit of an edit, and we need to go back and do some ADR with some lines for episode 12. Otherwise, those would be out, but they're not. However, it's coming. We have run into a technical hurdle with one of our lead actors. They have run into a bit of a tech problem. That's okay. Tech problems happen. And life gets in the way outside of the booth, as I have always said over all these years. Life happens outside the booth, and sometimes we can't control it. Life is happening outside the booth for me too, and sometimes I can't always control it, but 12 through 18 is coming in 2026. I'm shooting for January. I'm hoping to have the next episodes out, so it's a little bit of a wait, but it could be a post-Christmas gift. And we have a bonus episode coming. We sort of have the origin of the meeting between Wolfgang and Constanze coming in an episode titled Kindness and Compassion. So that is coming. It's in development right now. And we just kind of have to get through things and wait on lines, because again, some of our actors have health difficulties and they have to take care of themselves. We are a cast that prides ourselves on being an openly disabled cast, but with that comes sometimes chronic illness and mental health difficulties and other obligations. So that's a little update there but everybody is done recording. We've all kind of recorded things. What else? There is merchandise, I should say. I mean, I've put this in the links below before, but there is merchandise for Faithfully Yours Mozart. You can check out the Redbubble, which is I believe it's Coffee&Comics. Yeah, Coffee&Comics Creations on Redbubble. There will be a link, of course, to that, and you can purchase. Great thing about Redbubble, I only have to handle the designs. They handle the shipping. If you ever run into any problems there, obviously, please do contact me if you buy something and it never arrives, because that would be bad. But you can get some of the designs. I'll be adding more designs for the recent logos and stuff, maybe as like stickers and stuff, because they seem like good designs for stickers, rather than maybe like a t-shirt. But you can get t-shirts, totes, you can get pins. I've not looked into making bags yet, although there might be one backpack with the golden Mozart logo. And I should say that on the subject of merch and other things, so what some people may not realize or forget is that this project is technically a series of books. There are 3 of them in a trilogy, and you can get those on Amazon.com. We will be having a 4-year anniversary release, so there will be a paperback version that I'm calling the Golden Edition covers. Really cool. And then the more... So, to be fair, I have not been a big fan. I'm not opposed to the cartoonified covers, but I sometimes think that for me and for my stories, particularly my more mature, more adult-oriented, aimed ones, I don't always think that they are appropriate. I feel like, but you know, I decided to give it a chance. I decided to give designing these a chance. So, the 4-year anniversary hardcover editions will feature the icons used here for the Faithfully Yours Mozart podcast. So you will be able to have a version of the story that is a 5.83 times 8.27 in size, and at least for the first book. The other 2 will be somewhere in like the 6.30 range. So they'll be one size up, but you will have a version of the story with these cartoonified covers of Mozart and Stanzi. So there is that. There is a second companion sequel, if you're not aware. It is on the podcast. You can listen to a little sample of A Maestro's Best Friend. It is a companion series featuring Mozart's dog Pimperl, and she will be returning for a prequel story called A Mimic for Maestro, the story of a birdie called Melody, where we tackle Mozart's starling, and the little misadventures that Miss Pimperl gets into when a bird enters the house. So that's coming, I hope, before the holidays, but it might, it just depends on writer's block and how my ideas are flowing. So lots of things are happening for Faithfully Yours Mozart. Amazingly, I promise you, so many cool things are happening. Like I said, so to recap, we have the rest of the episodes are coming in 2026. We have 4-year anniversary edition covers of the books. Of course, there are disabled print and standardized print editions as well. You can get those on Amazon, but if you want to wait for the 4-year anniversary edition, going to be priced at $20.99 because that's what Amazon told me I could make them based on their page length. So, that is happening there. Also, reminder, my dear listeners, water. Water. So, where was I? Oh, yes. For your anniversary edition books, the last 5 episodes are coming next year. We have merch, of course. You can support the show that way. You can support me as an author that way. You can buy the books on Amazon, because that's where they are right now, because that's the most feasible platform for me. Yes, I know, Amazon, problematic, they do stupid things, but you can support me. You can look past the platform. You can, just support me as a small creator, because I'm doing this on my own. I have no team. I have a team of actors, and they're my biggest support too. But it's just me, really at the helm of everything. So there's that. Obviously you can subscribe to the show on Good Pods. It's on Apple Podcast. It's on iHeartRadio. It is on Podchaser. You can find us on IMDb to leave a review if you want. You can find us on YouTube as well. And I should announce this while we're doing our Spill the Tea, what is going on with Faithfully Yours Mozart. The full cast audiobook version will be coming to Spotify for authors. You can purchase that. That'll be $18.99, which I think is a decent price by comparison of what most books in the Regency genre. I saw one that was going for $28.95. Are they nuts? I will not be making you pay $30 for an audiobook. Nope, not in this economy. So that's going to be $18.99. It's going to come to Spotify for authors. Once we complete the last 5 chapters, I will put that together, and then that'll be out there for anybody to purchase. Of course, there will be a link tree below to my links, to the show's links, to my website, like lots of cool stuff. So, coolness is coming, my dear listeners. It's also a little shout out. Gotta say that we Mozart fans are eating really well this year. We have Amadeus coming, I think in December, and we have Mozart also coming. No release date for Mozart yet, but it's a German drama from the same person who did the German miniseries Sissy. So that's coming too. We have 2 Mozart things coming out, and of course a plethora of Mozart here with me, as I am helming the neurodivergent take on Mozart. So, with that, please do keep a lookout. Of course, it'll be a little while before the next couple of episodes come out, but this podcast is not dead in the water. It's coming back. Life got in the way. Tech issues happened, but it's coming back, I promise. So again, thank you for the gift that was being in the top 2 out of 100 podcasts for this month on Good Pods. Good Pods, yes, you can find us on Good Pods. I will definitely be adding more links to where you can find the show as I find out where they are, because when you put things on Apple Podcasts, immediately it starts to go on like different sites. When you put your RSS feed into Apple Podcasts, suddenly a whole directory opens up. But it's happening. It's gaining traction, and that is a beautiful thing. As always, if there are questions, if there are comments, I would encourage you to leave them. Positive feedback is always welcome. And with that, I'm signing off.